Released in 2016, Resident Evil The Final Chapter was positioned as the conclusion to a long-running franchise that began in 2002. Directed once again by Paul W.S. Anderson, the film promises narrative closure, returning the story to its point of origin, Raccoon City, while attempting to resolve years of escalating mythology, retcons, and action-driven spectacle. Milla Jovovich returns as Alice for the final time, delivering a more physically and emotionally worn performance than in recent entries. Jovovich conveys exhaustion and determination effectively, grounding the character in survival rather than invincibility, an overdue recalibration for the series. Ali Larter reprises her role as Claire Redfield, though her involvement is limited and largely functional. Ian Glenn returns as Dr. Isaacs, bringing theatrical menace and continuity, while Sean Roberts' Wesker is used sparingly, reflecting the film's narrowed focus on Alice's arc rather than ensemble dynamics. Visually, The Final Chapter is the most aggressive film in the franchise. Handheld camera work, rapid editing, and desaturated color grading dominate nearly every action sequence. The intention is immediacy and chaos, but the execution often borders on disorientation. While the action is relentless, spatial clarity frequently suffers, making it difficult to fully engage with set-piece choreography. That said, the return to the ruins of Raccoon City and the Hive introduces a bleak, scorched atmosphere that recalls the franchise's origins. The setting itself does much of the storytelling, reinforcing the idea of a world long past saving. Narratively, The Final Chapter attempts to retroactively unify the entire series. Major revelations regarding Alice's origins and Umbrella's true agenda aim to provide thematic closure, but they also expose long-standing inconsistencies. The film relies heavily on exposition to resolve plot threads that were previously underdeveloped or contradictory. While the story finally restores consequence and mortality, it does so abruptly. Several returning characters are dispatched quickly, reducing emotional payoff. Horror remains secondary to action, though the film does make a conscious effort to reintroduce desperation and vulnerability. Where the film could have improved is with a more measured pacing and clearer action staging would have significantly improved engagement. Allowing quieter moments, particularly near the climax, could have strengthened emotional resonance. Additionally, resolving the franchise's mythology through character-driven revelation rather than exposition would have made the conclusion feel more organic and earned. For longtime followers of the film series, The Final Chapter offers a sense of closure, even if imperfect. It acknowledges the franchise's excesses while attempting to course-correct them. For fans of the original games, however, the film remains far removed from survival horror roots. While the tone is darker and more fatalistic, it is still framed through action blockbuster language rather than suspense and tension. As a finale, it satisfies structurally, but not necessarily emotionally. Film rating 6 out of 10. A harsh, chaotic conclusion that restores consequence and urgency, but struggles with clarity, pacing, and retrospective storytelling. Final thoughts. Resident Evil. The Final Chapter, 2016, closes the series with scorched earth intensity. It may not reconcile all of its contradictions, but it does bring Alice's journey to a definitive end, finally prioritizing survival over spectacle. Remember to like and subscribe, because when Umbrella falls, there's no sequel left to save you.
You want me, baby, let me know.